You have got to be kidding me. I traveled so far to find one of these structures, and you're telling me that I could have just come to my backyard and found a trail rune right here? I'd say it's transformation time. Friends, we traveled 5,000 blocks to go find that first one. So you know what this means, right? It's trail rune preservation time. Just need our trusty brush, which I have put unbreaking and mending onto. Probably a whole lot more inventory space, but you know what? We're gonna work with what we got. Well, I think this is it. There's a few other things we're going to need to do. And the biggest one is we actually need to dig this out from the top and expose it to the sunlight. We've gotten rid of all the suspicious gravel, hopefully, which means it should just be dirt removal and a little bit of stone removal to fully unearth this thing. So I say, let's start a replay and see what we can do. Now, I have never actually excavated a trail rune, and I do not know why it took me so long to bring out the beacon, because man, this took me such a long time, and basically half of it I did without a beacon. And once I put the beacon up, I was like, why didn't I do this sooner? But it's done now. But of course, guys, this does not look pretty. Not up to the CallieBuilds prettiness, and we have got to fix that. So I'm thinking we are going to fill in that ravine a little bit so it's not there anymore. We will patch up that wall so we don't have the big gaping caves in the background, and we will probably also fix off the side walls and maybe even the floor. Now, I recognize that the trail runes almost never have anything on one side of them. I'm kind of tempted to add a couple more houses or maybe a field or something like that on this side, just to kind of help it become less lopsided. So for now, I think we are just going to cover in this water with a layer of stone. And I also want to cover in these holes into the caves. There we go. That is a whole lot better. So far, so good. So I've had a little bit of an idea of how to make this a little prettier and also make it feel more museum-like. Right here, we're going to have a slight walk down, a platform for people to stand, and then they can either go to the left or to the right to go and potentially walk on another platform that goes around this place. This right here is going to be the center block. If we drop down here, tower up with some spruce logs. So we'll have something like that, and we will extend this out a little bit on both sides. So we'll have a nice little platform that people can stand here and view the space. It's not bad. Obviously, way more prettying up needs to be done. I don't love that this comes down and then you're in like the back area and not being able to see. We got a little bit of a start going. Let me do a little bit of work and I'll bring you guys back when I have this looking a little bit prettier. And we have progress. So I decided to extend this side down and have a bit of a walkway that just loops around here. I am liking how this is coming out. I do feel like we need a little bit more prettiness up here, and I kind of feel like along the sides, rather than having the plain stone, I might actually either bring in some dirt or terraform it a little bit and bring in some greenery and overgrown vibes. I decided to expand the hole just a little bit to give us a little bit more space to work with, and once that was done, we went in, removing out our wooden walkway that we had made and adding in some of those green vibes that we talked about with the leaves and the moss and the grass. And I think it turned out great. I think this is looking a whole lot better, and now it's time to look at doing these walls. I've got some blocks in my inventory, but I have just realized one thing about these walls. So right here, we have a 5 wide gap. If we're gonna still have a pathway that people walk in here from, I kind of want it to be 3 wide. That kind of means I need to break down this wall one more. Oh my goodness, how many times have I done this now? Wall is down. Let's see what we can do about this. I'm thinking if we can potentially make 5 wide spaces. If we knock this back wall back a little bit, we can do 5. So you know what? We're gonna go with it. We are going to bring out the pillars, and then this will be the inside. Maybe something like that. Let's put some pillars up. I know this is high on this side. Trust the process. You know what? This might work. It's simple, but that's all it needs to be. Let me do the rest and we'll see what it's looking like. This is looking a whole lot more elegant and put together. And I think it kind of aids to the museum look I'm looking for. We still need to make a pathway down into this area, and I still want to fix up the top. I am currently trusting the process as I try and build this thing. It is definitely coming together. I think the height helps to make this feel a little bit more finished rather than seeing the wall behind here of dirt. We are going to talk about this hole right here, which is where I want to put the gatehouse for people to come in and actually be able to experience what it was like in the past through these trail runes. I am loving how these 2 towers has come out. Now, there's still a little bit more that we need to do. I would like to make a little bit of a curve for the entrance for people. And the other thing we need to do is fix the outside walls and just make them a lot more finished than they currently are. For the pathway into this area, I think let's do a bit of wood. And we can probably just mix up some stripped spruce with some spruce planks. And then potentially a few slabs to walk up here, and we'll eventually make a path that connects to something, but for now we're just gonna leave it like this. And then I want this to be flat, so we're gonna take out 1 layer of the stone, and we are going to continue our lovely path out to the end of our towers. Not bad, that's a nice little smooth walkway. Then let's take a 3 wide stair on both sides. And then at the end of this tower, we are going to extend a platform and turn ourselves that direction. And there we have the first staircase. And now we kind of have to decide if we're going to go behind all of the buildings again, or if we're going to twist this and bring them down the main pathway here. It's actually might be better. But yeah, I think I like that a whole lot better. And then you're not like looking at the back of the buildings, and you can actually see the front part of them where people used to actually live and interact. Okay, let me finish that other side and I will bring you guys back. That is looking so nice. I really love the simplicity of it, how it matches up with our towers there on the side, and it all matches up to bring them down to this walkway. Now, the one thing, of course, is the walkway is not centered with the building itself. So I'm going to do a little bit of fixing, and we are going to try and turn this a little bit so that the pathway curves and meets up with the center. That is a little bit better. Now it's time to figure out what we want with these staircases. If we want to protect it a little bit more, I say we just put a few fences around here, and we'll just hope that they, you know, follow the rules and don't go past the fences, right? Should we leave this open for the public? I think it needs to be a little bit open, otherwise they'll never see anything up here. This bit right here in the center, kind of annoying. I wasn't gonna touch this, but I do think I would like to put this back together a little bit just so we can actually walk directly through here. There we go. So now they can walk along this side, look through the fence right there, which actually means we can take that away. There we go. I like that. That is super cool. And now it allows the people who are visiting this museum to come in, walk down the main gate, look at all the houses, but not damage any of the things that are in the houses. As I'm still not sure what to put as the kind of curve here for the gatehouse, let's go work on the outside wall. It's not gonna be much, but we do need to add the second little layer here on the inside and clean up the trees a bit. I have just realized that we are going to need some lights in here because right now, while there's a few torches, it's pretty dark. And I do believe that I have a few over at our storage little building here in our new area. Which, by the way, if you have a name for this new area, I would absolutely love for you to put it into those comments. Some lanterns, perfect. So I think a few lanterns just like this. Maybe even up here. I would like to replace those torches with lanterns. So we'll just put 2 in. And since we have mini HUD, we might as well use it and make sure this is all spawn proof. Well, this is looking pretty good. And I would say the walkway where people are actually supposed to be is fully spawn proof except for, well, up here. Now it's just a matter of dealing with all those spawn areas in the back, and I think the best way to do that is go get some frog lights and some moss carpets and do a little hidden lighting. All of the space down here is fully spawn proof, but the one problem we have is the spaces up there on the wall. They are not spawn proof. Glow lichen, the perfect hidden lighting. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. And with the addition of a little bit of glow lichen, we are fully spawn proofed inside of our massive outdoor museum. Except for like 5 spaces here. But I'm going to assume that that is going to be fixed after we put our arch right here, because then we can hang some lanterns on it. I am thinking we are going to use some spruce wood, probably a little bit of deep slate stairs, maybe some deep slate itself, and some deep slate tiles. And let's see what we can come up with. Guys, what did I do? I really screwed that up, didn't I? That matches up a little bit better. Look, the museum isn't open yet. Go away. Yeah, I think that's gonna be just fine for what we need here. I didn't bring chains with me, so we're gonna do it without chains. I might regret that, but we're just gonna go like so. Yeah, I'm totally gonna regret that. You know what? We have to go get some chains. It has to happen. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work very nicely, and we should now have fully spawn-proof inside of here. And with that, our open air museum is ready for business. We got a lovely path right here underneath our gatehouse, and a beautiful trail rune for people to come and view and see what life was like back in the day. I think this has turned out so great, and I really love it. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed this content, why not subscribe? It helps me out a lot. And friends, we are so close to 1K subscribers. I can't believe it. Until my next video, I hope you have a great one, and I will see you then. Bye for now.